What's good, people? Are we all in? Are we all in? Did I do it?
Yes, you did, bro. You got
it.
Booyah! That is good.
Hold on. Do I need to add something to the bottom there? Because we're 5 people, you said?
He's frozen from excitement.
Can't handle that answer. Well, guys, welcome to my first showing on my channel with my fine gentleman here, where we keep it real and talk about love and all kinds of stuff like that. I got Mr. Anzo right next to me here, my compadre. We keep it. Mr. Rob was on mute. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
My buddy, Mr. Movie Aficionados. How we doing tonight, sir?
Pretty good. Does my mic sound nice or does it sound really bad?
You sound good, man.
Oh,
you sound good, son. You sound good. And last but not least, my boy G, Guy Scar. How you doing tonight, sir?
Dude, I'm so happy to see you doing your show, man.
Well, thank you.
I am good.
Feels a little awkward being so far on the left or on the right, however you guys are seeing it. But this is the first time, so I could tell you this: on our show prior to this, I was watching the clock, and as it was getting closer to crunch time, I was getting nervous. I won't lie, I was getting fucking nervous. Grown ass man.
Pre-game jitters.
Grown ass man. Now I'm nervous because I wasn't shown how to end the show, but I guess we started nice, so we can end up messed up. But
you got this, dude. You got this.
Yeah,
I know you got it.
I'll let the people randomly, because I'm gonna, it's my first time, so I'm gonna do it a little different. I'm gonna let my people randomly tell you where they can be found.
All right, you guys know the channel, Bigger Ford Entertainment. Good to be here on Roberto's first live stream and Mitch Geishka's first live stream. So hopefully, when he does another one, I'll definitely be able to.
I missed his too.
Yeah, we missed it. I know. But yeah, we'll get on to that. You guys know the channel. Like I said, we had a great show today. We have another one coming up. So do appreciate all you guys that came in. Hit the like button like Rob said, and I just tweeted it out. So share the tweet. Get some more people in here, guys. Much respect.
Don't be shy, gentlemen.
Movie Aficionados, Facebook and YouTube. Love you guys, 3000. Repping the USA.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And Basco Scenario from Basco Scenario. That's where you can find me. Just type in Parasite. The guy from Parasite.
What is going on? Rob, this is my first one, man. I really didn't expect you to come in like that, man. What's going on, brother? You're making this a little harder for me, man. Was this your plan? What's going on?
Oh, no, man. I'm good, man.
Okay, I'm happy.
Just give me a second, man. When the lights are on, I'm a professional.
Nice.
You are, but right now you like I drank way too much.
My boy Robert Storms from the motherfucking United States of America.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't think that the Jack and Cokes were gonna hit me as much as they did, man.
Yeah, I thought I'd be all right.
I wasn't buying, so I was like, sure, I'll take one. Like, you want another one? Sure, I'm not paying for it.
Well, yeah, man, shit's expensive as hell, bro.
So let me ask you this: do you remember what you sent me?
What the fuck am I doing, man?
I remember some stuff.
Okay, go back and listen to.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I might have fell asleep in the car. I mean, I don't even know.
Mad
You were saying some stars.
I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck I got home. So
you were saying some stars in the sky or some shit. I was like, yeah, no more drinking for you.
He was calling that you were his stars in the sky, Anzo?
No, not me. No, not me.
Okay, so you guys know, you have an idea of what the topic is. We like to talk about, women and men related issues. And the one that I brought to the table today is why do women have an issue with men who make less money than them?
This is a really good topic, man, because been watching those Fresh and Fit guys, you know, the Manscaped stuff, and they have a good theory on all of that stuff. So basically, it's women. They say, well, the women aren't built to do it. It's just plain and simple. They aren't built to do it. There's a difference between men and there's a difference between women. Like, we're basically equal, but when it comes to certain things, women just don't like to support men. Like, a man will do it. Like, we will take a woman, we will support them, but women will not support a man. And you can say, yeah, some women will be like, yes, I would. But do it for more than a year, 2 years, and see how that works out.
Very well said. Very well said. The reason I brought it up is because I'm thinking going way back, generation after generation after generation, before women had any rights, which I highly support. I'm totally for equality for women. I have two beautiful daughters who I tell them, reach for the stars, always reach higher than you need to, and you could do anything you want to do. Be the first, be the second, be who you want to be, right? If women want equality, shouldn't that equality be across the board? Because, you know, I watch dating shows to laugh, right? And I notice in situations where the man leaves the bill on the woman, it's always an issue. Like, either he's demeaned, belittled, humiliated. Where if you go way back when, you know, moms used to stay at home, took care of the kids, took care of the home, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's how it was. But imagine if the husband, who was the money breadwinner, would come home and lay guilt on the wife that he's tired of paying for the bills. He's tired of doing all these things and she does nothing. Putting that on the woman. When you're a unit, if one is doing more for the other, then they support that unit.
Right.
Be it it's the woman or the man. To me, that's equality. And I need to know that my woman, if she's Josh, I just want to say, because you know me, I tend to forget real easy. I want to know that if I get into a predicament where my wife, my girl, my other is making more than me, I should never feel uncomfortable or feel a way about that. And I shouldn't have to feel a way about that, because if it's turntables, there is no way about that. It's okay, because that's what a couple should be. There you go.
But that's the male pride, right? That's that stigma, that mentality, that machismo, that, you know, if I can't provide, even though times have changed, there's still that part of the man's psyche that says, I have to be able to be the one that provides. You know what I mean? So I guess for a woman, if she's making more money, the man is belittled below her.
But why? Right? He's self-inflicted.
Yeah, well,
self-inflicted and maybe the girl's friends, because you know how if ever the girl is talking to her female friends and they say, oh, the guy is unemployed, or he's a garbage man, or he's low valued salesman. Absolutely. He's not in that category of the man you want to be with the rest of your life and provide you children and you live happily ever after. 100%. You have to be earning X amount of money in order for that to happen. But they don't see the other side of that, where the man who makes X amount of money is the man who's never home. He's always out there earning money.
Yes.
And when he's out there earning money, temptation's playing with this MF. And sometimes they give in. Or, on the other hand, the wife is home alone. She never sees the husband because he's always out there making money. She has her needs. So,
that's what she
there's pros and cons to both ways, right?
Yeah, that's when she falls in love with the cleaning lady.
Whoever's making her happy,
dude,
or whoever's making her happy.
Shout out Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. Shout out Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, but that's a true story of someone I know. He was married to his job. He was the main earner. The wife was always home, and they divorced, and she ended up with the.
He's not Italian, is he?
No, he's not. With the cleaning lady.
Because
She
my
ended up
buddy,
with the cleaning lady.
that happened to him. They had a beautiful house, 4 kids, Italian background. So there's like 500 people at his wedding.
Yeah.
That he feels belittled in front of now because that's they have this way. They have this way. Now this guy is blown away. He did nothing but provide. But he was never there, he said,
Mm-hmm. And that's something really important. Like, it doesn't matter how much you provide. There's some women that just care about money, but at the end of the day, it's not all about money. So
because you can't do both unless you inherit it. And if you inherit it, you're inheriting a different character as well. So there's always a con to that money.
That's right.
So let me ask you guys this, since we're on the topic. Both of you guys are married. Do you think your women would stay with you if you were sitting at home doing nothing with your life?
Do you think I'd be a hypocrite on this show saying something? My wife is the breadwinner. And the fact that money is never an issue because there was a time where I was the breadwinner. This is life. You can't. Sorry?
No, I was going to say, I'm not talking about breadwinner. I'm talking about like not doing anything. She's paying all the bills. No.
Would my wife put up with that?
Yes.
No.
I can't say because it hasn't happened.
Okay.
Okay,
like I get you. Let me ask you this. So, and would you guys care if you were making? You see, that's the difference between men and women. But a man will do that because we are the ones that are providers. Women
but that's how we were bred.
Yes,
like Guy Scar said, it's our ego. But I think along with our ego, it was bred into us that if you're not providing for your home, you're a failure. Listen, if there's some families that never really separate, huh? Like you have 3 generations living in the same house. Who are we to criticize those families when they're happy in their environment? It's not the way it's supposed to be, right? Just like it's not supposed to be that the woman earns more than the man.
Well, I like the quotes because
that's what I'm doing.
It's 2021. And,
we're evolving.
And guys, I just want to preface before I start my first rant. I'm going to be a little more subtle than I was last week. So, because I know we have
me and you both, brother.
And I always bring this up, though. I don't know if it's appropriate because I know that they're celebrities, but look at the Bill Gates situation, man. Look at the Jeff Bezos situation. Look at the fucking Dr. Dre situation. These people, I mean, I know they're the most extreme example, but that's the apex. You don't get higher than that. If a woman isn't going to stay with Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates because of his money, what chance, what I'm saying, do we have? That's
and you want to hear the thing about it is there's these chicks now. Did you read about the chick that thought she was talking to Bill Gates?
No.
She sent a message to Bill Gates, right? I think it's an OnlyFans chick. Sent a message to Bill Gates, and she was like, "Oh my God, I got a response from Bill Gates. He asked me for my credit card number, but I know he has money, so I'm not worried about that." Gave the credit card number. Day later, I got all my money stolen from me. Almost $3,000 from her bank account.
Are you? Oh my God, man! Seriously?
Oh my God.
But you see, that's what it is. Look at Bill Gates. He ain't no fucking good-looking dude, right? But the fact that he has that money, they're flocked to him, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna say too. Is it might not? I hear the echo again. Damn it! It might not always.
Not bad.
Okay, it might not always be about the wallet in your pants. Maybe there's some other things in your pants that a woman's looking for, man. Especially if you're Josh Burris or whatever. I'm sorry, man.
But if sometimes it's none of that. Sometimes it's other stuff, man. There's women that just want.
There's lots of stuff.
There's a whole different. Yeah, there is, man. There is.
I'm fucking it.
But like I said, I'm making reference to some dating shows that I'm watching, and I'm seeing it's very common that when, like Anzo said, when they ask percentages of such and such, 80% of the women that are asked what they're looking for a man, success is somehow mentioned.
Financial.
Now, okay, I want, success is good, but it shouldn't be one of your criterias. It's a bonus.
Ooh, I got another.
That's what I think. No, because look, if a man tells you he loves you and he's not really wealthy, and a man can't tell you he loves you and he's wealthy, and you want to be with that man who's wealthy that can't tell you he loves you, you're going for a ride. It's not going to be for long.
But that's what
his conscience won't let him. His conscience won't let him tell you that he loves you because he doesn't love you.
It's flipped now. It's not that. It's not. That's not the extra. Now that's the necessity, and being
that's worse.
And being loved and being nurtured and stuff like that is secondary.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the career, the money, the car, the this, and then if I'm lucky to get the rest, then I'm good with that. From all the stuff we've been watching, that's what it is.
Here's another example. What about the Obamas? There's another perfect example where I'm seeing Michelle Obama doing all these things with like her book. She has her deals here and there. There's a chance where she might make more money than Barack or whatever. And what's going to happen there? You know what I mean? I mean, they've went through everything. They went through the White House together. And again, I know like these people.
Yeah, but he's got that title, right? That title is you have it for life.
Yeah.
Okay. They still say Mr. President no matter what.
He's still protected. He still gets that beautiful pension.
I mean, I'm sure you never know. You never know what could happen with them.
But that's up to them. That's up to their relationship, right?
It's just if you guys watch, like I said, I showed Robert some of the shows, Fresh and Fit. I send you guys some, but if you watch them, they bring on girls, man, and they're younger generation. You know what I mean? Like 20s. I think the oldest they had was maybe like a 32-year-old.
Right.
And they ask the same question to the girls all the time. What do you look for in a man? And 90% of them, they don't even say financial. They say six figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Six figures.
They want a man that makes six figures.
But I was talking about women. So girls are looking for figures. Women are looking for success. Own a business, be a doctor, be an entrepreneur,
but that's
be a go-getter.
But that's what they're taking. That's exactly what they're saying when they're saying six figures. They want someone who has their own, like one of these guys that's on there, he's like, he has his own estate and everything, millionaire, and the girl's like, no, you're not, but he is, like you could tell, right? And this is what I'm saying. And one of the major things that they say is that men that make that type of money are like 10% of the population. Right. So the fact that they won't even get a man like that, they're thinking unrealistic. You know what I mean? And they ask them, like, what's wrong with a man who cares about you and is only making about $40,000-$50,000 a year? No, that's not enough. No, I don't want that. Dude. You have to be balling. I have to do this. And I'm like, wow, man.
Well, first off, it's like, and I got to say, the Fresh and Fit podcast, I've been watching a little bit of it. It seems like those girls are mostly Instagram / OnlyFans thoughts, I'll call them, because that's, what they're doing. And it's like, of course, they're concerned about money because they know that their career as an OnlyFans model is, it's very short-lived. So, they need to latch on as soon as possible, I think. But something else I was going to say.
What's your perspective on this, Rob?
All right, guys. So I'm going to say something. I haven't said nothing this entire time.
Yes,
so
yes.
I want you guys to listen to me very, very carefully. I suck at relationships. I don't know shit about women. I'm just going along for the ride.
We truly and honestly respect your honesty, sir.
Make sure it's a fun ride.
If we could listen and learn, and sometimes say something and teach something,
But what was I going to say? To all those shows, like Alonzo was talking about, what the women are saying, right? What the women are saying, the girls are saying. What I would like to ask them is, what was their childhood with their parents? What is their figure? What figure did they grow up with? Did their mother, are their parents together? Was their father a successful person? Was their mother a successful person? That's what I would like. Yeah, that's what I would really like to know.
And the answer is no.
No, some of them have discussed that. Some of them have. Some of them. Okay. One of them was on there talking about parents are together and they both own business, and they've been owning their own business for like years. You know, there are a few that have said it. So
I'm curious because for myself, like, you know, my mom in the beginning was a stay-at-home mom. Then my father had his serious accident, and then my mom had to pick up the mantle of working 2 jobs in order to support the family while my dad was recuperating, right? And then after that, they were both working. After that stuff, you know, so it's really, you know, the unit, right? Like Roberto says, it's the unit. When one falls, the other one picks up the slack, and a good team will help bring back the other person to their potential again.
There's many facets to a relationship other than finance. That's
Absolutely.
just one. That's just a fraction of what's needed. The components in a relationship, and if that is your main component, it's like drugs. You know, no one could afford to do drugs. No one's gonna last in a money relationship.
Nope.
Either they're gonna get tired of supporting you, or they're gonna get tired of you.
I mean,
100%.
I personally think sex is more important than money, but
that's important too.
Believe me, that's way more important than money. You have
But
no idea.
if your tongue is talented and you're great in bed, and I got zeros, trust me, I will be, even if I'm not. She'll leave your ass.
Well, but she might play both sides, man. I see that all the time.
Not when I take her to Europe, when I take her to here and there. She's not even here anymore to deal with you. I can manipulate them too if I have that money.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get used to that lifestyle, man. Like you hear in those songs, you know, she wanted sushi, so I took her to Japan to have some sushi. How you gonna pick up that girl? You know what I mean, John? How you gonna compete with that?
I mean, all I know is, like I said before, I mean, Melinda, was it Gates or whatever? What's her name? Bill Gates' wife. She's got I think she already found somebody too, and there's no way he has more money than her. So I don't know.
But I'm sure he has money.
At the moment they said she was gonna split, she got $1.2 billion.
Yeah.
Like so.
But he offered her that.
So the question about like if a woman makes more than you, guess what? Spoilers, she does. She's one of the richest people.
Well, she might be single for a very long time.
Yes.
Because, you know, the guy who's there is thinking, hey, it's just a matter of time. This woman makes more money than me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And,
you know?
But again, at the same time, if he's like, you know, able to support and still do things, like he may not be on her level, but if he's still making money, that might be okay. You know what I mean? Even though she has more money. But if you don't, woman's not going to settle for that. You know, that it's said that women don't date down. So you either have to be on their level or above them. They won't date down, man.
Let me pose this question to you, fine gentlemen. Okay. Are you guys okay with the woman making more money than you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm talking not just for a segment, like period. She makes more money than you. You could not make more than her. And you'll be good in your own skin with the woman you're with.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Then you should put a ring on her if you haven't.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because I'll tell you that is rare.
I wanted to touch upon something Geishkar said about his parents, though. And like, God bless, you know what I mean? That's awesome. But that was back in the day, man. I don't know if that would last in 2021, like somebody picking up the slack for somebody else.
But that's why I asked that. That's why I asked that question before, right? Because it really goes by what you've seen as a kid, what you're taught, what the morals are, what you've seen your parents struggle, right? You know, it was kind of different for my wife. Well, our parents, you know, were together. We're together. They split up. They came back together. During, you know, my mother-in-law had stage 4 colon cancer and she passed away 4 years ago. But
sorry to hear that.
Was one of the reasons why you know they were able to get past their differences and come back together, right? Which takes, from her perspective, my mother-in-law's perspective, takes a lot of, you know, courage, because of many women in her position would have never taken someone back, right? But she did, and power to her. But it's all those things, right? That show you value family and show and what a couple is, right? It's basically a team to tackle life, right? That's what it is.
Exactly.
Life. It's a team
because
to tackle
life has so much coming at you.
Right.
Taking on it alone is hard. That's why you make the ride easier with a partner. That's why it has to be a partner. Because a partner supports you good and bad, thick and thin.
That's correct.
I'll even play devil's advocate. Even for me, like I said, I'm polyamorous or whatever. I have different women, but we're still reciprocal. They're still
you're good with the women you're with,
and vice versa. Like they get something from me, I get something from them. Whatever it is, it needs to be reciprocal.
See, the reason I posted what Mad's Mama Bear wrote is because yes, not all women are Kardashians, but unfortunately, there's more women posing as Kardashians, so that makes it rougher for the non-Kardashians. That's just my opinion, of course. But I know a lot of men get intimidated by good-looking women already. So if this woman's good-looking and she's dressing posh, the man's like, no way. Even though she's interested, the man is saying in his head, no way. I can't afford this woman. She won't stay with me. Am I wrong, guys?
Wait, but I didn't know if that was a reference her comment to a beauty thing or a financial thing, like in reference to what I was saying, like, hey, we're not all on that financial level, like as the Kardashians either, because they're also in that $1 billion,
Yeah, but would a Kardashian date a regular guy? Because, like a guy like me or Anzo or Rob, any one of us to say, we're to treat them really good.
I will say Travis Scott might have only been like
Travis Scott is a rapper. He's a well-known rapper.
Millionaire, but he wasn't a billionaire till he was with.
But he's a recognized person.
Sure,
so
fair enough.
He had credentials.
He'll make that money just by being with her, and she'll go to a next level with being with him. But she's not going to no level with being with any other of us, other than why is she with him?
Well, after their relationship was when he got the McDonald's sandwich and all the other stuff and a little bit more money. But I don't know if if they get married, that's a whole nother game. That's where it's like.
It's the stigma. To me, that's the stigma.
Never look at guys like us. No matter how fucking man, he has 34. We're trying to get him up to more subs, guys. So please tweet him out. Put him out there so we can get him some more.
34.
Subs.
What?
Already?
Yeah, you got Roberta, man.
You got 9 subs from. You got 9 subs from OOC to.
Imagine if Rob would speak, man. My shit would climb, man.
I know.
He knows shit. He doesn't want to share with us. He's just listening, but I know he knows some stuff. Everybody can show a little love in this. Come on, Rob.
I can tell he's keeping things inside.
Like that Jack and Coke, man. That's what he's keeping inside, bro.
Yeah, for real.
What if a woman's already rich?
Well, that's the thing. If she's already
rich,
what
we're talking about.
Yeah, she ain't looking at us.
What?
Imagine.
What if she's in that?
Go ahead, Josh.
No, what if she's in that cougar action? She's like in her 50,
But that's all we'll ever be. Is that person that should call up for a good fuck?
The side dish.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either, but
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
You could pay me for my.
Yo, if Oprah calls me up, I mean, she's not going to, but I'm saying if Oprah hit me up, they're like, hey,
and since you wanted to give me some money, absolutely.
Oh,
but don't plan a future on it. Don't plan a future on it. But listen,
for the team.
A car pulls up, right? Good-looking guy, average car, good-looking women on the corner. He looks at them. What are they giving him? What time of the day?
It depends, man. It depends
a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
And then a so-so car.
What if he has a little of this, though? Like, hey, baby, what's going on?
No, he's not saying anything. He's not saying anything. Just because where I'm going with it, a woman could be in a piece of shit jalopy. If she's a dime, every guy's trying to pick her up. It doesn't matter what vehicle she's in. It's not necessarily what she has. It's what she is.
Yeah.
It's not so much the case with a guy. I'm sorry to say. And if I'm wrong, I'd love to be proved wrong, but this is just where I see it's going now more so than ever, because I owned a bar for a while, and like Anzo said, these girls that were coming in their 18, 20 years old are making me nervous about my daughter. Is my daughter hanging around with kids like this? Because they are so superficial. It isn't fucking funny. They're trying to get $3,000 Gucci shoes, Prada jackets, and purses.
I want a Supreme
when
shirt.
they're fucking taking the bus. They don't even own a car, but yet they want to walk around in $10,000 worth of clothing. I don't understand it.
Yep. Kids, listen.
I'm happy mine are like that.
First,
Mine aren't either. Thank God.
Where you live is the most important. Then your car should be 1/10 of that, and your clothes and shoes. You better go to Salvation Army, man. That's where I went.
Your car is a bonus. Your car is a bonus.
Yeah,
it gets me from A to B when there's snow and rain, without getting bothered. Hopefully, the car doesn't break down. But it's just a bonus.
I see it at the club all the time. I seen one girl. She had all of her stuff done. She had her boobs done, everything. But then it's like she lives in a shitty apartment. Her Beamer was fresh as hell, dude. Her Beamer had her name in it. It had like the light come on when you open the door, and it's like she was wearing new Jordans, new everything. It's like, dude, get your life together because you
get your priorities in check.
By night, dude. And that goes for OnlyFans people. That goes for the people that you see on, the Fresh and Fit podcast, the Instagram models. It's like you only have 8,000 subs. I mean, dude, with all 5 of us, we could get there like immediately. 8,000 subs is not a whole lot of people. You know what I mean? But it's only going to last. It's only skin deep. It's only going to last for a short period of time. So
you see, this is the thing, and this is what one of the big issue is, and I agree with it on what they talk about on Fresh and Fit is that this OnlyFans thing is having these women think that they're like business women and entrepreneurs now, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna make money, facts, you know what I mean? They're making money, but it's not gonna last if you're not investing that money or saving that money. You're just gonna lose it, because what's gonna happen is someone who's younger and prettier is gonna come in, and that's gonna be the next best thing. It happens to athletes, it happens to actors, it happens to everybody that's in that kind of industry, everybody. But
now,
these chicks that are doing it don't see that,
what happens at the strip club that one of the ones that I'm at, we have older women there. We have women in their 40s, still dancing and stuff. And what they've done is they've kept a certain clientele and they have their people. But even them, some of those guys, they go with the younger girl. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And but if you know how to play the game, you can get it at an older age. But it's far and few in between. Like Jennifer Lopez, she can get it. You know what I mean? You got to take care of yourself.
I'm starting to worry about Josh a little bit. He seems to know a lot about what's going on. Bill Gates, the Kardashians, and Jennifer Lopez. I think you need to lay off the Time magazines and
stuff. Why don't you come back at that, Josh? Come on.
It's good to have knowledge, man. I'm proud of it.
I know, man, but there's other networks other than E.
I don't watch E. I watch.
I don't know, man.
It's on watch the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Look, I haven't run into the situation, the financial thing. I do agree with, I think it was Josh who said it, that sex is more important than financial. Not to get too personal, but that's the reason why my marriage fell apart. It wasn't to do with financial, it was to do with sex, because if you don't have that love for someone or attracted to that person and you're not doing those type of things, then the marriage could fall apart. But financially, I don't think any woman should have to support a man. It's one thing if they are like they split everything down the middle, and maybe the woman makes more money than you. As long as you're going to work every day and you're trying to provide for your family and stuff, I don't see a problem with that. But I don't think like my girlfriend or whatever shouldn't have to support me while I sit home on my ass. And I don't think any female should have to support any motherfucking low like motherfucking bum that can't provide. It's your job as a man to go out there and provide, or it's your job as a man to sit there and do what you can to try to provide.
You see, there's that stigma you're talking about, guys, Car. It's that stigma. But you see, if that man can't provide, is he considered a failure?
I mean, what about COVID? I mean, think about that. How many people
Because there's
survived after that too?
Exactly. That's that's one thing. And there's also other things that can be a factor, injury, sickness.
That's one thing, but I'm talking about like a
Just
girl
a
who
deadbeat.
gets,
Yeah.
like a
Well,
girl gets
deadbeat's
with a
a deadbeat.
guy and he doesn't have his license, he doesn't have a car, he doesn't have a job, or he has a job for 3 weeks, or he just sits home and plays Call of Duty. I'm talking about, like, those
that's
type of motherfuckers.
okay.
That's not a
That
man.
guy,
That's a boy.
you call 911, get the fuck out, and he's gone. Like that's not the guy I'm making that comparison to. I'm making that comparison to that nice guy that we had on your show. That nice guy who opens a door for her, will give her the blanket when she's cold, has her best interest, but just can't do the financials to take her to that restaurant she really wants to go to.
Well, I got a newsflash. That nice guy shit don't work anyway. So
just wanted to hear it, Rob. I just wanted to hear it, sir.
Roberto, do me a favor. Could you highlight Mad's comment about conversation? Most women prefer a man that can turn them on. I don't know, dude. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's true.
I think that's bullshit too.
Yeah.
Not most women. There are women, but like I said, I think the percentage that aren't are higher than the women that are. Or I don't think this would be the conversation.
Yeah, I think there are women out there that are into that. I'm a big conversation guy, like a big conversation guy. Most women don't give a fuck about that. There are women that do. Most women don't.
They're called your friend and your buddy.
Yeah.
Not your,
I'm
sorry.
Touche. No, well said. Well said. Sometimes the truth is ugly and hurts, but it's the truth.
It's the friend zone. That's what you're saying.
That's why it's not what I'm thinking. It's what it is.
It's what it is.
That's why we can have a conversation when we're done. You know what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, and I said I'd be subtle. That's it. That's my one savage thing I'm going to say.
Nah, bro, you can say what you say.
What you want to say.
But
truth, bro.
The thing is, you're correct. You know what I mean? Especially when you watch, and I'm going with the younger generation too, because like the women I know aren't like that. But the younger generation,
are these women single?
That's the thing. Most of them are.
You see what I mean?
Yep.
And they are, because there's more that are like that and ruining it for those good women who aren't like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I realized? I was born in the wrong fucking age. I should have been born in the 1960s.
Why?
Yeah, man, because you know what? You would experience love in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
The 80s was all about fucking love. TV, music, everything, love. So, you've experienced it for a decade. The 90s kind of pushed it out when technology kind of made its way, but if you experience the 80s and were old enough to be able to absorb that, wow. Ask any millennial from that generation what decade was the best. Majority will tell you the 80s.
My dude Robert Storms, he wants to be on WandaVision. That's
I'm just saying, like, little sneak peek. Next time the show is on my channel, is the topic's gonna be, is chivalry dead? Because it absolutely is.
Uh-huh.
You know what's funny? Again, that's another thing that they talk about. And yes, basically with the younger generation, it is.
Yep.
It is.
Absolutely.
Now
you're going to help a woman and she'll give you a look like saying, I could do this my damn self.
Myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that sad? You don't know whether to help or not. Should I open the door for her? Oh, we've come a long way. I don't need you to open the door for me anymore. I could open the door my damn self.
I don't need your
But
help.
wait, what is it? You either want me to be a gentleman. What's your definition of a man then? 6 figures?
Yes.
I want you to have 6 figures while I make 6 figures too on OnlyFans. It's like, well, what's the point then? Now we have 8 figures or whatever together.
But do you have a house in the Hamptons?
That's right.
Yeah.
I do math good.
Yeah, he's like that's like 8 figures. It's like 6 and 6 is 12, man.
No, I fucked that up, man. Half, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you fucked that up.
7 figures. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Please don't tell me you did the books at the strip joint.
The thing is, so some of these women, especially the young ones, like I said, that were on the show, Like they're talking about 6 figures a month. They want a man that makes 6 figures a month.
Okay,
bro.
so where do you think they're expecting to live? Are they expecting to do their part, as Rob said, in a partnership, as far as where they're going to stay, what they're going to eat, where they're going to go? They ain't doing shit, but they have these demands. How could you make these demands with no collateral? It's like you're going into a store to get credit and your credit score sucks the bag. You shouldn't be getting it. What makes you worthy of it? What makes you so fucking special?
And again, that's another thing, and I know Josh will tell you that's why because they call them high value men, right? The men that make like 100K and stuff like that, call them high value men, right? And that's what they're saying. They're saying like when they're high value men, you got to bring more to the table than just be sexy or have sex, right? Because a high value man basically has his choice of women. We don't, because we're not high value men on this shit, right? So we can pick or whatever, we get a few, but those type of men that have that type of money, Bill Gates type of money, shit like that, they have their pick of the litter. Doesn't matter what they look like, they have the pick because they have that profile, they have that money. You know what I mean? So it's like it's crazy out there nowadays, bro. It's crazy out there. I'm glad I grew up when I did, because I don't know if you'd really want to be dating at this young age, man.
Get some good game, man.
Especially with
some good
COVID.
verbal game, dude. You know
I feel like a high value man right now, because for me, high value man is wearing a hoodie and wearing pajama pants while I'm talking to you guys. So
that's
my
the
high
new
value.
high value.
That's my high value.
You know, what they can't see under the table won't hurt them.
That's facts, because I always I always say it every time they say it. I'm like, well, money does not make you high value. I mean, yes, it can give you the luxuries that you want, but that's not what makes you a high value man.
It's a perk. It's a bonus.
Yes, what's in your heart is what makes
you know
a fucking high value man.
I'll go to the next extreme. If you win the lottery, but you were like trash before that, are you a high value man? No, because you're going to be blowing it on God knows what, man. You're still not a high value man.
No, well, usually what they say is a man that makes over 6 figures for like 5 years, then you can be considered yourself a high value man.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, bro.
I think I'm in touch, and the more I come on these shows, I realize how fucking out of touch I really am. And you know what?
Quiet this whole time.
It's sad. It's really sad. No, but I have an excuse. I'm old, Rob. I'm old. I'm allowed to not know.
But what's sad? The fact that you don't know, or the fact that it's come to this?
Both. Both.
Honestly,
why should I even know that? Why does that even fucking exist?
Yes.
I'm blown away. I'm blown away that there's classes of men now. I thought it was either you're good looking or you're not.
I know, right? That
I'm obviously wrong.
Simple.
It used to be. And we don't even have makeup. We don't even have fucking makeup. Like, if you're ugly, you're ugly. There's no fucking ways around it. You're bald, you're bald.
Men are wearing makeup now.
Yeah, because they don't know. Listen.
Well, that's a whole other.
I was filling out a
different road, bro.
that was that for another show. I almost went off the road. I almost took an exit. That's a whole nother show.
Let's not. I like being on the show
because right now it's scary.
Yeah, be careful with that, man. That's
what? Careful with what? Men putting on makeup? I don't give a fucking rat's ass, bro. To each their own, but that shit is happening.
Men putting on dresses, men putting on makeup, men's wearing purses and shit.
Oh, man, I only did that shit once.
Yeah, I know. I seen the pictures. It's okay.
But you see, guys, like what Poe wrote here. That's how men feel. Some men will have a spine and speak their mind, because that's my other slogan. And some men will just sit there in the back shadows saying, I wish I had the balls to say that. But a lot of men are intimidated by women. Yes. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Because the way she dresses, the way she conducts herself, we automatically put her in that class outside of ours. We're not in her class. Why would she be interested in me? These are the things that men go through. And, unfortunately, maybe she's a good woman. But there's too many women that are just like that are giving you a bad name. And I'm not telling you to dress differently, but try and understand our side of the fence. We can't we don't know how to act anymore. Because we think the good guy is gone, so we don't know if to be a good guy. If we're a bad guy, we can't really back it up because we're not really bad guys. So eventually,
how the fuck you think I feel? That's exactly what's going on.
But that's where I'm going, Rob. I'm feeling for you. I'm talking for you, Rob, Roberto. We're all in the family, yo. Listen, when a man doesn't know how to behave, he's not himself. Now, how could you fall in love with a man if he's not himself? Fucking, I mean, if there's women out there that could say otherwise, please educate us. We're open. We're open. We don't think we know it all, but we're speaking from the fucking heart. And the heart speaks the truth.
Hey, man, I was told not to speak from the fucking heart.
You got to, because this is what these shows are for, no?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
You told me to speak openly on my first show on here, so I don't have no holdbacks, no regrets. My wife knows I do this show. If she wants to come back and listen, she can listen. I let her know she's my rock. She's a psychologist. She keeps me grounded. She's the reason my ego is my battle. Because she reminds me every time it comes around, yo.
I just don't get okay, so I'm a hopeless romantic. If anybody knows what the definition is, you can look up the definition of hopeless romantic. That's pretty much what I'm in. Like what happened to back in the day where you bring flowers, open the door, hold the seat for them, and then you write them poems and shit, and they're like, "Oh, I love you. Let's get married," and blah blah blah. Like I know that's like a white girl thing, I guess. But
no.
It's like that shit's like dead, man.
Well, here's what happened to it. What happened is
that doesn't exist anymore.
Hey, Melinda, yo, you won't believe what I fucking got. I got this guy, Rob, man. He fucking brought me flowers. He takes me to dinner. Yo, he doesn't even know that I'm seeing like 5 other dudes, man. Yo, he's gonna bring me to dinner all week. Every fucking day. No, he's gonna bring me to dinner
just
every day
takes
this
out
week.
the hammer, boy.
Hey, you know what, Melinda? Yo, I could give you his number too. You want his number? Here you go. Like that's.
You could get flowers and chocolate too.
That's what they're doing. It's a fucking foodie call.
That's what I was just about to say.
And he's more in touch with this generation than any one of us. I mean, he's probably in there with you, Rob.
And I'm in the club, man.
He's giving you the G-Spot perspective, the club scene.
So,
that's exactly what it's called. I watched on my Fresh Fit, they talked about too, where basically women are just going out with men just to get like a date or whatever, free dinner, whatever, with never having the intentions of ever dealing with this person.
And it sucks. And that's why, and Rob, I was saying that it sucks that you know, that might be what it is that you're going through. Like, it's unfortunate that you can't be.
It's not, I'm not going through that.
Or just, whatever, you know what I mean?
It's just.
It is what it is.
He can't be himself. That's the thing. That's the fucking part that sucks.
That's the part that fucking sucks, man. It's like because I lose weight, I dress differently. I can dress like a bad guy, but at the end of the day, when the chips are down, I'm not a bad person. I'm not gonna treat a woman like shit, just to prove that I'm a man. If I'm pissed off at her for a reason, I'm gonna express myself being pissed off. Right. But at the end of the day, I want to be the person to sit down and how's your day? How was work? Here, let me do this for you. You sit down, I'll take out the trash. Right. That's just who the fuck I am, man. And I can't change that. No matter what I wear, how much weight I lose. At the end of the day, that's the type of guy I am. And I can't change and be different because this generation looks down upon guys that do that.
And I salute you for that. I salute you for that, and congrats to you for that, man.
Are these women looking at you, Rob, like they're gonna sculpt you? Like, are they looking at you, seeing the weight you are, and in their head they're imagining you 20 pounds less and wearing maybe Versace instead of G Unit, or like, because I don't understand, if the woman falls in love with you for who you are right now, why should she want you to lose weight?
Well, I'm not talking about necessarily losing weight. I did that for myself.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like she told you.
No. After my marriage fell apart, I had to re-examine my life.
Hold on, I have to put this up. Mads, you're getting all kinds of recognition with your comments. Men only do that after cheating on you, and then closest to the romance is guys blow me in the rain. Come on, what guys are you dating?
For real.
You know,
Mads,
like
I love you, Mads. You're the best troll ever. I love you. I love your troll action you got going. Always. Please keep it up. Don't you ever change, Mads.
For real. For real.
I don't think she would.
but I feel you, Rob. It all comes down to the good guy, because being a gentleman is a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But you know what? Thinking of it must be rough for those women that are looking for a person like Rob, and they're seeing all this shit in social media and in the news, and they have to live up to that noise, right?
Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, also like.
No, but I'm just saying it goes both ways. It's still freaking
dude. It's hard out there, dude. It's really, really hard out there. I didn't think it was gonna be as hard as it was or is. Rather, but yeah, man, it's hard out there, man.
You know what?
I can't. It's like I feel like I learn and I'm taking 3 steps forward, and then like tomorrow I'm taking like 8 steps back. It's like I don't know what the fuck is going on out there.
My wife and I we had a conversation. A few times we have this conversation. What if she, gets ill and she passes away? And she goes, "What would you do? Would you look for another woman?" I'm like, "Are you out of your mind?" I'm like, no freaking way would that be a freaking priority. My priority would be my girls, making sure their life is good, and whatever happens. But I am in no way, think how things are today, in no way would I be even thinking of that, man.
Do you guys up in Canada?
I told her I would sit my ass in a corner, take care of my children, play my Xbox, and be there for my girls. That would be my number one thing, man. That's what I would do.
Do you think the dating scene is different where you guys? That's a good question. Up in Canada versus America, do you think that's another?
Quebec is a wild one. It's a wild place. It's a different generation, man. It really is. I remember Quebec is like the porn capital of Canada. It is.
No, it really is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Wow. All this porn you're watching is most of it's filmed here in Montreal.
Wow.
Pornhub is here in Montreal.
Yeah.
Oh,
did you hear the guy's mansion actually
burned down?
Burned down.
Yeah.
So it's. I would say it's pretty much. It might be the same.
I don't speak French. Am I going up there getting any poom poom or no?
Of course, we'll put you in the West Island. You have all kinds, all kinds.
I'm going, baby.
The demographic is.
They'll love you.
Vast.
Well, you see what Paul mentioned here? He was dating this younger lady from work. After a few drinks and was talking, she told me, "I don't think I would be talking to you if you wasn't working in IT." And after that, he lost interest. Why would she say that?
Why?
Probably
because
she was dumb.
And think that, hey, oh, really? Okay. Lucky for IT, or I wouldn't be with you. And he stays with her. Like, are we that desperate? Do you think we're that gullible?
Alcohol makes the truth come out, I think, more so.
What do you mean you think? You work at a strip club. You don't know this?
No, it's not.
Oh, man.
I was being sarcastic. I know it definitely does.
He got you there.
He got you. Trying to be.
You walked into that one though.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. If there's some kind of zone for that, I would click the button. I don't even know how to use it.
You just click on the person's picture on the bottom. You see remove, click remove, and then you click add to add them back. There you go. Add them back. Click it again. There you go.
But that's the Phantom Zone. There's no like, you got to add those sound effects and stuff.
Yeah, you got to add that shit.
Oh, okay, that's so boring. Why would I do that? Josh doesn't even look like he's affected by it, man. What a waste of time.
I'm good. I'll be fine.
Fucking Mad's comments should be a bumper sticker. Drunk
words
are sober thoughts. Like someone put that on a t-shirt.
Yes.
Confucius.
Because that will sell.
I like it.
That will sell. Because there's a lot of people who drink, and that's the truth, yo.
I do like that, though.
Yeah,
that is the truth. That's better than my grow a spine, speak your mind. That's deeper. It doesn't even rhyme, and it's deeper.
That's pretty deep.
But
Man, they're on fire tonight.
But
She is.
It's absolutely the truth, though.
Well, thank you for being on fire on my first show. Hopefully that gets me more subs because they want to come back and see if you're going to be on fire the next time the rotation comes back to me. I don't know when that'll be, but it'll happen. Or you'll be joining me on my show.
What?
And I'll have all of you guys as guests. No, actually, I'm going to do F the ego because I really feel that all of this wouldn't happen if I hadn't have F'd my ego. I wouldn't see myself. I wouldn't allow myself to do this.
Hey,
and I can honestly tell you, this guy over here, I got it. Look at that. One try, guys. This guy over here, not only would I not be doing it with him, he would have never got me started if he didn't F his ego. That's why he is going to be my first guest.
Nice.
You got that right. Not only because he started me, because he's the perfect guy. With all that he went through and where he grew up and who he is, I know him like a book. If he lies, I will tell you.
Facts.
That's why he's going to be the first show, and that's where I will hit 101.
All right, I got it.
Hey, F the ego is
because I feel good with this. I feel good with this.
You're doing
and I gotta thank Mr. Storms because this is his brainchild along with Anzo to bring us gentlemen in here and make us all co-hosts. So this is what's going to actually get me started because I'm feeling the love and I'm seeing that it's really not as hard as I was portraying it in my head because I was taught the right way.
You were procrastinating, you see?
Yeah, I'm a big procrastinator, and I'll be the first guy to say it. This is where I'm the biggest hypocrite. I can give it advice like a motherfucker, but can't take my own. So that's a hurdle to get over.
I could tell you this. I could see you blowing the fuck up.
I hope, because I got good people behind me, man.
Yeah, man.
I can't go wrong. I can't go wrong. I got good people. I'm blessed, as they say, blessed, because you sending me that text, and I just told a woman today, I watched this. There's this show that, to get off subject because we're almost over, there's a show I'm watching with William Shatner. It's called Weird or What. Any of you guys watch that?
No.
It's a fucking sick show. They're talking about coincidences. Are coincidences coincidences? Or is it the universe making these things happen? And he shows you these fucking scenarios that happen. This kid is at a baseball game. He accidentally gets hit by a bat. His heart stops. There's a woman at the game who's a nurse, but she wasn't supposed to be there. She just happened to go that day. She ends up saving that kid's life. 7 years later, this kid's working in a restaurant. He's working in the back. They call him out. A woman's choking. He comes out, gives her the Heimlich. It's the woman that saved his life.
Wow.
Shit.
What is that called? William Shatner? What? I'm sorry.
Weird or what?
Town.
It's just, so you have mathematicians coming in and doing the variations of mathematically what are the probabilities. Exactly. And they're saying it's a chance that it could be coincidence.
Cool.
Based on the numbers. But then there's another guy who says it's science. And I'm leaning more towards that guy.
Is it on Netflix?
It sounds like more weed related,
Is it on Netflix?
It's on National Geographic.
Okay.
Because
this is his point to the story was, what was it? Someone sent me something, right? And I sent it to Roberto over here.
Oh, you're tilting the wrong way, pro.
Yeah,
there you go. It's harder.
I sent it to Roberto, and I was like, "Yeah." So, what did I send you?
You sent me a text saying, "What did I visit your? Did I go to your page or something?"
Yes. Did you go to my channel? I'm like,
channel. What the fuck you talking about? Channel. You sure you sending this to the right guy? He goes, "Oh no, wasn't. Sorry, I sent it to the wrong guy." And I was like, "Hold on, what channel?" He goes, "YouTube." I go, I've been talking for the longest time about procrastinating, of course, about doing a YouTube thing, and you send me this? I said, wouldn't it be cool if we did a show like something, like what I wanted to do is like something off my chest. He goes, yeah, me too. And then here we are. How many shows later?
30.
Crazy. And this is how I met Rob and Geiskar and Josh. I didn't know these fine gentlemen prior to that. So again, my ego would not allow me to let this happen, nor Anzo. So us allowing that transformation to happen is a lot.
And it's really crazy is that Roberto knows my sister too.
We went to school together.
Yep.
So, it's a very small world. And if you meet the right people, it's a fucking great journey, man. And this is starting to be a great journey for me. I'm looking forward to many more. I see that we've reached that hour, so I don't know how it works.
Yeah, we can close up. I just wanted to say, and for me too, like, I was like, I'll never fucking get on YouTube. I would never do this shit, And I found Rob through Black Panther. So I seen the fucking thumbnail and I was like, all right, let me hear what this white boy got to say about fucking Black Panther now. I'm like, all right, let me hear this. Because Rob likes to put his face in, like when he puts a picture, like what the fuck, or like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, let me hear what this, because a lot of people are trashing Black Panther. Oh, it's not the first black superhero and all shit like that, blah, blah. So like, all right, let me hear what this white boy got to say about it. And Rob came on, he's like, yeah, man, Black Panther is great. And he's praising. And I was like, oh, okay. Sub to Rob. Then Rob had Danny on, brought in Danny. Rob used to do his streams all by himself. Like I used to sit there and watch his stream that night. He used to be all by himself, One time we even had an argument in the chat. I remember that day. I was like, okay, whatever. Fuck this guy. And it was on Star Wars. So he brought Danny on the show. Then I started watching Danny. Danny was like, yeah, I got an open call if anybody wants to come on my show. Now, I'm pretty sure he was talking about other YouTubers, but I sent him a message. I'm like, you know what? I would love to come on and talk with you in turns. I like what you guys talk about and shit. And he let me on. And ever since then, I was like, yeah, man, this is some good shit, man. Have fun. Mm-hmm. When you meet the right people, you have a great time. Then I met Rob. I finally got to come on Rob's show. And I remember the first time I came on, I was like, I will not say anything about The Last Jedi. No Last Jedi talk. Nothing. Last Jedi comes up, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut, And then, boom, we did. He said, I want to have you guys on Storms Nation, Storms Live. And we started Storms Live. And here we are today. So, man, it's definitely a coincidence, like you said, man. So,
well, to those of you who are watching or will watch, know that if you have a dream to do it, you don't necessarily have to wait for a coincidence. You could see it happens. I know Geiskar did not have something going prior to meeting Anzo, and sure enough, he had his first show before me.
It's not a race.
It's okay. Man. It's okay. We're a team. We're all trying to get to the same objective, to get this B unit, the big up unit, to the next level. We're not the G unit, we're the B unit. Big up, big up. You have to big us up by giving us a like, thumbs up, keep us coming back, keep us venturing out on our own, keeping it real within our unit. That's all I got to say. So, my fine gentlemen, as you do on every show that I attend, please tell the people where they can find you.
Sure. Once again, you guys know Bigger Ford Entertainment. Great show, Rob. You hosted this shit like a professional. I am fucking proud of you, bro.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Rob over there.
No.
Because I'm fucking Roberto, yo. I'm Roberto up in here. We had this discussion in the first episode, and Rob came on, and we even talked about it more. You remember, Rob? I was like, hey, there's a Robert there. Thank God they're going to don't call me Robert, because there's a Robert here. I'm Roberto. We're two different people. This is how we actually met.
That's why I have no problems with my name.
There's only one, Geiskar. But thanks. I feel you, Anzo. Sorry, man. Go ahead.
Okay, man. I'm proud of you, man. Good show. And
thank you, sir.
More to come for you, definitely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell people they can find you, man.
I mean, me or Anzo?
Anzo,
no, this Bigger Ford Entertainment. You guys know the channel.
Sorry. I'm not on that level. You can just say one. Me and Geiskar, I have to say like da 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 da.
No. I'm keeping it about you, bro. My end.
Much love. My bad. Let me rewind that. Go ahead, Big Rob. Tell the people.
I mean, you guys know where you can find me. Just type
He's
in
the man.
Parasite, yeah.
He's the man. He's the man.
He's the storms.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
he is. He's the man. Got to give him his props and his respect, yo.
Josh.
Josh, Movie Aficionados, Facebook and YouTube. Guys, thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it. It was a great show. And you know what? 1% better, man. If we get 1% better every show, every stream, that's all we need, you know. And I'm learning from all of you guys. I'm taking a piece out of all of your books, you know, and I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
I don't know how you found your way to us, but I'm happy, man. You did.
Are we as people getting 1% better, or the show getting 1% better?
All of it, all of it.
Okay, so what happens when we get to 100 shows? You can't get better than 100.
You can get to 200%.
Oh, can you? Okay, I'm striving for that.
There you go. And me, well, out of support to my Uptown crew, it's all about Trendy Mendy.
Respect, yo, respect.
Sub to Roberto's channel, like it.
Please listen, guys. I know there's a point where everybody goes to reach to make some dollar bills. I know I'm far from that. I'm just trying to get 101. One more than my buddy right down over there. Got it. You see that? I almost got lost. We're both reaching for that star. Please help us get there. And on that note, I gotta say, peace.
Hey.